Welcome to
Core Memory Unlocked.
Hello?
What's up? Welcome to Core Memory Unlocked. I am Zach. It's a solo episode because this week's been jammed with a lot of things. Not only has it been my birthday, but we're also getting ready for a vacation getaway for said birthday. You might hear some noises. There should be some packing. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's almost like the McAllister house in Home Alone. There's a cop at the front who's just trying to talk to people because they want to rob this place. There's also a pizza guy who wants just money. You know what I mean? He just wants money for all these pizzas. But we are here holidays ago. What a good time we've had these past few episodes. We've had A Nightmare Before Christmas. We've had a Terminator Core Memory Unlocked Horror, which you could check out on the Thrill Me Podcast Network's Patreon. And we've had two Mike Myers films, Wayne's World 2 and So I Married an Axe Murderer. And we're about to jump into the holidays the next couple of weeks, and I'll let you know what those are. Right now, we are going to cover A Christmas Story and Die Hard. And I know what you're saying. These aren't 90s movies. No, they're not, because there's only one 90s Christmas holiday movie that I could find. And let me tell you, it was straight to video. It starred Jennifer Love Hewitt, and it has two different names. I think it's called A Christmas Wish, and then the other title is Stepsister Daughter Runs Away from People. That's the official title from what I saw on IMDb. I could be wrong. But there's no Christmas movie. So I talked to Justin. We decided to go far back. We've done it before. We've covered newer and older movies. So we said, Christmas, let's do some Christmas movies. A Christmas Story and Die Hard. Die Hard will be the first one. That movie means so much to me, and that'll be next week's. And then we'll drop Core Memory Unlocked a day early, and that'll be Christmas Eve. You'll get a Christmas Eve. So you get to unwrap one present before Christmas, and it's Core Memory Unlocked. You're welcome. So, just follow-ups from past episodes. Nightmare Before Christmas seems like everybody loved that movie. That everybody has their own spirit to that. The only thing I will say, and I'm gonna fight this till the day I die, is that a lot of people still say they watch it during Halloween. Now, I have seen some pushback of how I watch it in November and how it's more Christmas than Halloween, and I still feel that, but we got to stop this dialogue that it's a Halloween movie. It's not. It's just characters from a Halloween town in Christmas, because the beginning of the movie, Halloween's over. They're like, yay, we did Halloween. You can't tell me it's a Halloween movie if Halloween's over in said film. And if you disagree with me, write a comment, like this video, do whatever the hell you got to do, but just don't come with your negativity voices at me. That's all I'm saying. So, a lot of good feedback on that one. Not a lot of feedback on Terminator, because guess what? Terminator's Patreon only, and Wonderful and myself discussed that 1984 film. Though we do kind of go over the entire franchise, which wasn't my goal, but that's pretty much what we did. We talked the whole franchise, but I love that original movie. I still think that movie holds up. I think it's a great horror movie, slasher, thriller, stalker coming after someone. It's very Mike Myers. This is my Mike Myers mask. I think that movie just holds up, bar none. If you have not checked out our Patreon, you can do that. Watch that Core Memory Unlocked Horror. There's more Core Memory Unlocked Horrors and more other stuff. So go to Thrill Me Podcast Network's Patreon and do that. Thanks. Now let's get into these Mike Myers movies. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this, because there's a subject that came out very recently, which is wild because we're talking about it. And I think it's because Wayne's World did release 31 years ago. I told you, you're going to hear sounds. I can't do anything about it at the moment. But he made some comments about Wayne's World 2, so I think we'll come back to that We'll start with So I Married an Axe Murderer. I Married an Axe Murderer, Justin did not like. If you watched the episode, he could not stand the movie. And I'm not going to lie to you, kind of shocked me, especially with how many people commented, "Oh, I love this movie. Oh, it's my favorite." I get some of the gripes of like, we don't even get into the real plot of the story until like an hour or 30, 40 minutes in. We don't know what Charlie does for a living. Obviously, we don't. He just rides around and just dates and does beat poetry, which is amazing. By the way, I didn't bring this up. Was Jonah Hill's 22 Jump Street poetry in the form of woman, like woman, woman, and he was like poetry, slam poetry? Was that a riff of Mike Myers? I think so, and someone find that out and let me know. Okay, thanks. But yeah, with Justin, how he felt about it, I think he went kind of hard into the paint, which, I mean, it is going to be what it is, but I think the movie was a fun time, good watch, and I love that it does have kind of this cult status where people do like it. But what say you? Do you like it? Let's get into Wayne's World 2. Wayne's World 2, both me and Justin didn't really love it. We loved being in the world. I do love being in the world of Wayne and his world. But as a movie, it did kind of fall flat. And, you know, it reminds me recently, there's a movie that just came out, Moana 2, and a lot of the reviews, a lot of thinking is like, oh, I love being in this world. I love Moana, Maui, the new characters. But like as a movie, it just wasn't as good as one. And there's a lot of reasons for that, because originally it was a TV show. Then Bob Iger was like, yo, conform it into a film. And they cut some stuff. They added more rock stuff. Like you could tell all these things. But if you're in the now, you're in the now or in the know. My thing about Wayne's World 2, that wasn't their issue. It's like from the jump, you could have created this movie as good as one. And I was looking on IMDb, and it's written by Mike Myers. It's written by Bonnie and Terry Turner, who have worked on SNL films, SNL. So it's not like, obviously, cash grab. Like, obviously, which I don't necessarily disagree with. There's a lot of movies that are like, this did super well, let's get a new one out there immediately, let's do the dang thing. But you know, they did this a year later, and now the movie, I think it was a year later, or it was Wayne's World 91. Is Wayne's World 91 or 92? Let's find out. I can't even go to Mike Myers' name and get Wayne's World. That's ridiculous. That's where, come on, Dana Carvey's got to be Wayne's World. Yep, let's go. 92. So a year later, they do this movie. And you heard our feelings. You heard how I'm doing here. But there was something friend of the show, Wonderful, brought up, and Core Memory Unlocks. Wonderful. He brought this to my attention, and I'm going to show it to you because I got some gripes and complaints. This is from Variety. Mike Myers debunks the rumor that Dr. Evil was based on SNL boss Lorne Michaels, but says there is a little tiny overlay. Also, Wayne's World 2 didn't need to exist. And he quotes, I didn't want to do the second one. I didn't think it was a necessity or necessary of a sequel. I didn't know why Wayne's World needed to come back. Here's my issue with comments like that. If you didn't want to do it, don't do it. Like, I understand contracts and such like that, but no offense, 31 years later, I don't think you're allowed to comment on your 90s self of what they wanted. Like, if the movie was written well between Bonnie, Terry, and Mike Myers, who wrote this film, then if you did a good job writing it, would you feel that way if it wasn't panned. Like, audience score, the audience score probably wasn't high. The critic score was definitely not high. I'm going to Rotten Tomatoes right now just so I can. Wayne's World 2. I'm loving it. Oh my God. Wayne's World 2 has a tomato. Shocked the fuck out. Okay, now we got Mike Myers. You need to shut the fuck up. 61%. Barely on tomato. 44 reviews. It could go either way, especially because Rotten Tomatoes allows you to still review on movies. But 250,000 reviews, 63. So it is that middling. It's a middling movie. Okay, I can get behind that. I'm shocked it's a tomato. I thought it would have been a fucking rotten score. But the fact that you feel that you can besmirch your old property because you didn't think it was a necessity or necessary, then don't do the fucking movie. You obviously had ideas you wanted to do. Mike Myers to me is just, I can't get behind this guy anymore because you're telling me, even in that, not even dealing with Wayne's World, oh, Dr. Evil has nothing to do with Lorne Michaels. You dumb motherfucker. We all know that the voice you're doing is Lorne Michaels. Like, legitimately, I listened to the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast, and anytime they bring up Lorne, like especially Seth, he does that voice. And like Justin said on the Wayne's World episode, like Dana Carvey did that voice of Lorne. I don't know what it is about Mike Myers, but he is rubbing me the wrong way of like his writing style, his not defending his properties. He just seems like this enigma piece of shit that doesn't care about Hollywood. So he feels like he's this cool guy of like, yeah, I did it. I didn't want to do it. Then you're a scumbag for just doing it for money then. Like, just own it. Like, it's okay that there's so many fucking actors in the world that want to just make money. Just be the guy that says, I want to make money. Because once your movie's bombed that year, you didn't come back till 1997 with Austin Powers. And guess what? You did 2 more of those. And they're just as loopy for 2 and 3 as Wayne's World 2. So if you're going to bash that, you need to bash everything you've done, son. Because all your movies are diminished returns. You got lucky with Spy That Shagged Me because Star Wars came out, so you made fun of Star Wars that entire movie. Goldmember's okay. I'll watch it. It's okay. And then don't even get me started on Love Guru. Whatever. This is a short episode. That was my complaint. Thanks for watching, listening. Next week, we're back with Die Hard. Can't wait to get into that. Then the week after that, we got A Christmas Story. And then a whole new plethora of movies for 2025 with 93 and what we're going to do with the show. It's going to be fun. All right, we'll check you next time. There's no love you, buddy. Love you, buddy.